How many people watched the show last week? Okay, great. That's good. Good response. Excellent response. I think you're doing great. We've got some friends here tonight, neighbors. A friend from Michigan, all the way from Michigan. She's here. And we're playing through the Stonewater Wood Light album. That's so deep that the willows weep and the horse ran away with the hay. When the drought dried up the water, yeah, the people all felt the pain. The river banks got wider and hotter. Now they're trying to sell us the rain, trying to sell us the rain. Farmer out in the dust-dry field, he got sued for the seeds he sowed. And the hero of the hometown queens from the time he went crazy when his home foreclosed. The guilty party, the whole damn thing, signed a book deal for 7 figures. He's in a minimum security cell right now, saying I saw the light fix my life overnight. I wrote a new book to help you fix yours. And it goes on and on. How much can we stand? I've been searching this whole wide world. It's just the same old thing again. This cycle goes on and on. How much can we stand? I've been searching this whole wide world, and there ain't no room for an honest man. Ain't no room for an honest man. You can raise your voice, but when there's too much noise and nothing you say gets heard, you can soundbite train for a loud campaign and suffocate under the weight of the words. You started off good in the neighborhood when the people saw the truth in your eyes, but then the crowd moved in and the big news meant turn your honest words into lies. And it goes on and on. How much can we stand? I've been searching this whole wide world. It's just the same old thing again. This cycle goes on and on. How much can we stand? I've been searching this whole wide world, and there ain't no room for an honest. There ain't no room for an honest man. You may have had the best intent. You wonder where all that good went. There ain't no room for you. There ain't no room. Power brings great sacrifice, and honesty always pays the price. There ain't no room for you. There ain't no room. Stories keep on growing thin, but as long as the money keeps pouring in, there's no need to change what we do. It goes on and on. How much can we stand? I've been searching this whole wide world. It's just the same old thing again. This cycle goes on and on. How much can we stand? I've been searching this whole wide world, and there ain't no room for an honest. There ain't no room for an honest. There ain't no room for an honest man. Oh. Yeah. Ain't no room. Ain't no room. Thank you. That's so funny. It's always very funny to me to play these songs that I haven't played in so long, and to think about the context in which they were written, and that was when Obama was president, and it seems like we've gotten even further from the truth since then. And Yes. So this record that we're playing tonight, Stonewater Woodlight, hard to see with the lighting. One of my favorite album covers, actually. My friend Adam up in Michigan, come on, made this, and there's no pictures of me in here, which I kind of like. But there's really just cool designs, and often folks would go, "What? I don't understand. What's the cover? That makes no sense." And so I'm gonna explain it to you now. Stone, water, wood, light. Those are the emblems there. Sort of a graphic for each of those. So he was a very creative guy, and I love that album cover. But it's fun to come back to these songs and to remember kind of the time in which, if you've been following along, since this is number 8 of these, to remember the time where I was when I was writing them. And so the When I Was Everything album was sort of, we dubbed that sort of the wedding album, because I wrote that as I was getting prepared to be wed to my bride, Suzanne Williams. She's waving right now. You can't see that, but she's waving. And I tend to make albums around major life kind of experiences. Usually like, oh crap, I'm getting married. I probably need to make a record so that I have some money to support my wife. And this one was the, oh crap, I just had a child, and oh gosh, what did I just do? I probably need to make a record to support the child. That's the general theme. Support the child. But this one it's fascinating because I wrote most of the songs, if I remember correctly, and I hadn't thought about this in a while as I was thinking about tonight. I remember writing a lot of these songs with him sitting in front of me in this, what was that little thing? It was like a little jungle chair thing, right?
Oh, the rainforest chair. Just a rocker swing thing, but it was a rainforest.
Yeah, it wasn't a bouncy. It was sort of like, it's like a little swingy kind of thing. And he sat in front of me, and I was writing and trying to write these songs, and it was fun because it sort of put a spin on almost everything that I was writing, of like thinking, like the last song, thinking about the world, like what did I just do bringing a child into this world? This world is a mess. As I have a drink, and so just thinking about that, a lot of these songs were kind of written with that narrative in mind. So you can imagine a 9-month-old, maybe 7, 6, 8, 7, 9-month-old baby sort of swinging while I was writing these songs. He actually might have been even younger than that. I think there's a child at the door. We got kids here tonight. They're watching Rogue One in the other room, so we might have a child come in at some point. That's all right, because it's fall break. All good. Everybody's talking about what everybody knows. I just keep on walking, 'cause I still got miles to go. I bought what they were selling, but it didn't work for me. I try to find my rescue underneath my own 2 feet. That's why I keep on the road, yeah. Keep on the road. They say Jesus fought temptation, his will wasn't ever turned, but I am a simple man who stumbled. I gotta keep knowing the things I've learned. I can stand at every crossroad, testify to what I lack. Keep on walking forward, carrying only the marks upon my back. 'Cause I keep on, you gotta keep on the road, yeah. Keep on, you gotta keep on the road. Keep on, you gotta keep on the road, yeah. You gotta keep on. I don't know why I'm still alive, I should be dead by now. In this dark hour I will trust the power shower and the sweat upon my brow. Weary from deception sometimes. The road is hard to see. So if you are the praying kind, would you pray for me? Would you pray for me as I keep on, gotta keep on the road. Keep on, you gotta keep on, got to keep on the road. Keep on, you gotta keep on, gotta keep on the road. Yeah, I gotta keep on, got to keep on the road. So I dabbled a little bit in writing some gospel songs in previous records, but this album is kind of the one that feels like, oh yeah, I think I found that spot a little bit more. Being a white New England boy, I love gospel music, and I kind of feel like there's no more powerful form of music than gospel music, and so I got together with some friends, 3 friends for this album, and wrote some of these songs. This guy I haven't talked to in a long time. His name was Evan from Georgia, and Don Schaffer from Waterdeep. He and I wrote a few songs on. He and I wrote that first song, Honest Man, and then a song called Good Fire Burning, and then my friend Randall Goodgame, who also was my neighbor here in Nashville. He and I wrote a handful of songs for this record, but I think what I loved most about this album was the band. And if you follow me on social media, if you don't, you should. And I posted some photos this week of my friends who came into the studio. And always my most favorite part of recording is when I invite my African American friends to come in and just make it sound so much more awesome. By their background singing, their harmony singing, and this one, I had 3 folks come in and just totally blessed the socks off me. It was one of my most favorites. I just love sitting in the back of the control room while it's happening and just kind of like, yeah, that's great. Yeah, okay, that's great. Yeah, do that again. That's awesome. Okay, here we go. Good to make a stinky face like that. Sunday, I was wrapped in linen. They say I didn't make a sound. Preacher man drenched my head in water, proclaimed the lost one had been found. But that morn, I don't remember, 'cause I was just a baby boy. I need Jesus to save my soul. I need Jesus to make me whole. The front porch, my mama's friends were singing old songs, the comforting refrain, Lord, Lord, this town never knew you, 'cause you're all strangers to me now. I need Jesus to save my soul. I need Jesus to save my soul. I need Jesus to make me whole. 'Cause it ain't the water, it ain't the people, it ain't the building or the steeple. It ain't your family, it ain't your friends. It's the one and only Son of Man. Take me down beside the river, only my Savior in my soul to wash me. All the sins I carry, I'll be wrapped white in linen, and I will finally be free. 'Cause I have Jesus to save my soul. I have Jesus to save my soul. I have Jesus to save my soul. I have Jesus to make me whole, to make me whole, to make me whole, to make me whole. All right. Thanks. Thank you. Oh, I love singing that song. I haven't sung a lot of these songs in a long time. And most of these albums, as if I haven't said this already, I've probably only played, actually, I don't even know if that's true. I don't know if I've ever played these albums in entirety from top to bottom. So it's always a fun adventure, because that's one of the hardest things about making an album is figuring out the order of the songs. And then when I've been listening to them each week, I'll mow my yard and listen to myself, because it's kind of weird to do, but to remember, like, oh, that's how I played that song, and the inflection of there, and oh, that's how that actually was phrased when I recorded it, and I don't do that now, so I probably should do that. It's weird. It is kind of weird to listen to your own songs, but is it weird that I do or didn't before? No, you don't listen to your own songs.
I mean,
Sometimes. Okay. Yeah, like to go back and go, wow, I literally have no idea how to play that song. But more just like to get kind of the full picture in the 45 minutes that it takes me to mow my yard from the first song to the end song. And I have to say that the yard is looking great right now. Most of my neighbors think that I'm crazy. Is that right, Carl? And because every fall I will go out and I will kill all of the Bermuda grass that I can by spraying killer on it. And then I will get in there and then I will... well, can I finish? And then I will get down on my hands and knees and I will pull them. It's like there's nothing so satisfying as finding an edge and then just pulling it, like to find one that's like 7 feet long and then yank it out. So the grass is looking good. We're in the germination phase right now that our water bill is going to be really expensive. But in 3 weeks it's going to look so good. And really the only reason that I like to do it is just so that my son and I can go lay down naked in the backyard. That's really the only reason that we grow really good grass. And my wife sent me a picture of him at this during this time sitting on the grass naked, and it was like, it's so comfortable, isn't it? Yes, my wife reminded me that it was the first year that I had grass worthy of a naked bottom. That is a thing to strive for, people. And perhaps I can talk about my yard the first 2 times another time. Not now. Babe, that was a great segue, because this is the song for you. My wife would never say this, but there's always room to write more songs for your spouse. Right? And I wrote this for our 5th anniversary. What is going on? What's the banter going on? Is my brother like lighting it up? Yeah. Oh, Matthew. Oh, look, Jim Trick's on. My friend Jim Trick. How nice to see you. Grass worthy of a naked grass worthy. Oh, that Rob's on there too. If y'all didn't watch last week's show, please go watch it because it is so dang funny. We did so many. All we did was covers, and so many good ones. Genie in a Bottle, All the Single Ladies, In Sync, Crosby, Stills and Nash, James Taylor, Steve Winwood. Gosh, who else did we do? Aerosmith. That was awesome. More Than Words. We actually never did More Than Words, but we did several times do the just the ending. We added it on to several songs just because. Why not? Because that seemed more funny than doing the actual entire song. There's a child. So this I wrote for my bride Suzanne, and for our 5th anniversary, I was in Carmel, California. I remember when I finished it, and I think through the modern technology, I think I recorded it probably on my iPhone and then sent it to you for our anniversary, perhaps. I don't remember the specifics. He's just a man without a country. Sometimes his own worst enemy. He wants to fly. He wants to fly. She walks the line with grace and beauty, but she carries the weight of her family tree. She never cries. Open arms. It's another song that reminds them who they are, and that beauty is still beauty when it's scarred. She rescues him from the darkest places with the mercy he alone cannot find. Recovering the night, she steals back the night. He speaks into this new story told, finding trust to the depths of her soul. They hold up the light. Together they hold up the light, and they fall to each other's open arms. It's another song that reminds them of who they are, and that beauty is still beauty when it's scarred. The water shimmers like the stars. Hand in hand they scatter their broken stories far. With every truth they rewrite who they are in this love, so they can fall into each other's open arms. It's another song I was one of the things that there's so many stories that go along with these albums, and that's one of the cool things about recording music, is that it is like a benchmark of where I was at that point when the album came out, and it's been a gift to be able to go back and read journals, except for this album, because I apparently didn't write any journal entries from like midway 2010 to like 2012. I looked today, I was like, well, that was easy. I didn't. There was like 2 pages. All that to say, I don't have any journal entries to share tonight. But one of the things that I had forgotten as I was thinking about this album and this time, the narrative often will become what I talk about on stage when the record comes out, and then sort of some stories. That's the train, right there. We live near the train yard. I've explained that before in past shows, but they tend to blow their horns 5 times. And then a couple short ones. Ready? Oh, no short ones. And often what happens is the narrative that I remember is the narrative that I tell on stage over and over again, or some variation of it, or some form, and often I'll forget some of the things that happened during that time. And as I was looking at this album that we're playing tonight, that the collective, are playing tonight, I remember the design on it, and I was like, why did we do that? And it occurred to me why we did some of the things. Like there's like there's 2 guys measuring something right there, and there's this cool thing on the back, sort of like architectural type drawings, cartoons kind of thing. And I remember that part of the season, which I think maybe I blocked out of my mind, was that we remodeled our house leading into the day that Hudson was born. So much so that the project that I was doing is still incomplete 9.5 years later. And it's sort of a joke in our house that when I'm done with all of my projects, that will be the final one, and then it's done. Except I know that's not true. But thinking about my wife and what a saint she is, we remodeled our house in the dead of summer. Can you say the dead of summer? Yes. It's the dead of winter, the heat of summer, right? It felt like death, I believe is what my wife just said. Because what we did was we've done 2 remodels in our house, and I don't need to go into that. But I will say that one of the reasons we bought the house is this thing right behind me, this beautiful tree. We call her Maggie, and maybe I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But we remodeled our house in 2 phases, phase 1 and phase B. And the first phase was in the summer, and we blew out the house that direction and didn't really realize, nor did our contractor, who left town a month into our remodel project, that when you blow out the house and the air conditioning unit is on that side, you have to take the air conditioning unit out. So the whole house was wide open, like no locked doors, and we lived in this little step-down room that all these houses in Creve Hall in our neighborhood have, the old garage that was turned into something else. And we lived in that room with a window unit and a king-size bed and a 100-pound chocolate lab and our dishwasher and a couple guitars and a whole bunch of clothes, and with the house wide open, no locked doors at all, while my wife was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months pregnant. So she's a saint. If you don't know my wife, she's a saint. And can you all attest? She's not here. Can we all attest to that? Yes. She just left the building, so our friend Janie, who lives with us, said that Suzanne is her favorite superhero. So there you have it. But all that to say, that's why we put those things on this album, because I was telling Adam what our life was like, and that we had a child, and we remodeled our house, and it was complete chaos, and he said, oh, I'll have some fun with that. And so we put these little subtle nods to that season of our life that I had totally blocked out of my mind till this week. This is another gospel song. inspired by a sermon from Thomas Chalmers in the 1700s. That makes me sound educated if I say that, doesn't it? And he talked about the power of God. He talked about God as affection. And I forget, I've twisted his words, so I don't remember exactly what his words are. But it was basically the idea of being overtaken by the power of that affection. And so I took that and I wrote a little song. Oh, I should tell you that we're in dropping season. So the four of you, that means that anything from the magnolia tree could drop at any point. Because it's a beautiful tree, but it drops stuff all the time. And it's just the price you pay for beauty. So we call them bombs. Here's one. Yes, just like this. This is what it is. And it's got these really sharp ends. So the folks in the expensive seats right here are underneath the tree. The balcony seats up here are totally okay. Don't have to worry about a thing. It usually doesn't hurt that much though. Well, I'm tired of going to battle when it don't mean a thing. I wanna be fighting for love and the freedom that it brings, but the light I need keeps fading, though I'm staring at the sun. Help me see through blinded eyes how numb I have become. I need to be seized by the power, seized by the power, seized by the power of the great affection. I want to be seized by the power, seized by the power, seized by the power of the great affection. I want to be seized. Well, there are orphans in the trenches, fighting for their lives, held captive by injustices so evil and devised. Millions of thirsty people with simple basic needs. I feel their stories but walk away and don't do anything. I need to be seized by the power, seized by the power, seized by the power of the great affection. I want to be seized by the power, seized by the power, seized by the power of the great affection. Yeah. So rack my heart and make me different than I've been. Your love will make me strong so I can walk on in. I want to join the saints as they come marching in. I want to be counted, I want to be counted when those saints go marching in. But I need to be seized by the power, seized by the power, seized by the power of the great affection. I want to be seized by the power, seized by the power, seized by the power of the great affection. I want to be seized by the power, seized by the power, seized by the power of the great affection. I want to be seized by the power, seized by the power, seized by the power of the great affection. Yeah. Wanna be, need to be, wanna be seized. Yeah. Death's no stranger around here, but there's no need to fear. The soul of a man will never die, 'cause there's a good fire burning inside. There's a good fire burning inside. There's a good fire burning inside. The good Lord knew about the dark, dark night, so he set a good fire burning inside. Oh, temptation's flame always calls your name, but remember Christ was crucified for the good fire burning inside. There's a good fire burning inside, a good fire burning inside. The good Lord knew about the dark, dark night, so we set a good fire burning inside. God heard Israel cry, so God sent Moses a sign. The voice that spoke in the bush that night was a good fire burning inside. There's a good fire burning inside, a good fire burning inside. The good Lord knew about the dark, dark night, so he set a good fire burning inside. Said the good Lord knew about the dark, dark night, so we set a good fire burning inside. Thanks. Hey, Sally. You snuck in. I didn't even see you. Well, I joked earlier about the When I Was Everything album being sort of the marriage album, the wedding album. And the Christmas album I affectionately refer to as the Christmas Makeout record. And that was the last show I think we did outside, right? I think it was. Yeah, you guys are okay. And then this is the Hudson Robert Williams, my son's, the record that I made thinking about him and seeing through that lens. And one of the things that I realized was I got married fairly late and realized that a lot of that was just because I was incredibly selfish, and I don't need to say anything more than that. Other than when I got married, I realized how selfish I was in a really, really big way, and there's more to that story that I won't go into, but I still am pretty selfish. But when our child was born, I really realized how selfish I was. And one of the things that kind of that growth of after getting married, I had a chance to go to Africa and kind of have my eyes open to some things that I had never traveled to a third world country before, and just had a variety of things that kind of opened my eyes. And this song is is sort of speaking into that that selfishness and knowing the truth and the idea of the great affection of sometimes I know and I hear things that move me, and then often it will sort of go in and out, and I don't do anything about it. And I realize that we can't do everything about everything. But I think I've wrestled for most of my adult life with hearing things and being moved by something and then going right back to where I was. And this song's about that. Another night, another day. Even the sunsets all look the same to me. Even the sunsets look the same. This stranger's face, his weary eyes, homeless words that fall as I pass by. They hit the ground as I pass by. It's what I do, it's what I do. It's what I do, it's what I do. I got no change, won't play that game. Don't have the time to fake like I want his name. Don't need a story or his name. Yeah, winter's cold and it's getting worse, but I know my lines so well rehearsed. They are oh so well rehearsed. It's what I do. It's what I do. It's what I do. It's what I do. I climb the stairs and turn the key. My place is always dark and empty. Yeah, there's nobody waiting there for me. I used to dream of something more, but lately I am all that I'm living for. How can a wealthy man feel so poor? How can a wealthy man feel so poor? It's what I do, it's what I do. 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 Thank you. Heard this with my friend Andrew Sengo, who lives up the street. Dear friend for a long time, and he and I have written a few songs together, and this is one of them. I said I need a power ballad. He said, great, let's write one. So this is what we wrote. It's sad, sort of sad as well, because aren't most power ballads sad? No? You would disagree with me. Carl, you're the king of the power ballad. Come on.
I would go for Carl. Tell us.
Number one power ballad of all time. Faithfully Journey. Yes, Faithfully Journey. Oh, gosh. We were what?
They are sad.
They're a little sad.
I just think about Steve Perry shaving that mustache in the mirror.
Really? Is that what he does in the video? I don't remember the video.
It's hilarious.
I wasn't allowed to watch videos. Mom, come on. Really? Babs, are you on? Is my mom on?
She hasn't?
Babs,
Oh,
blue.
yeah, she already commented how much she loves Thursday. She's here.
Good. Mom, do you have any thoughts and comments for the peoples tonight? I mean, who watched last week? And my mom sang Shower the People with everybody. Come on. Seriously. It was a weepy moment.
You
It was.
could hear her very well.
Yes, she has a very strong voice because she sang in the Hudson Bells. Yes, that was a sweet moment. That was a sweet moment. But Babs, are you there? Mom, I want something funny. Type something funny for all the people. Do we have a question for anyone? Have a question for my mom? You can ask that. Type that into the chat, and Suze, let me know if something comes up, and then my mom will answer it. I promise. I still, yes. No question. Okay. All right. They are. My family's the most consistent band and the most. I love it. Faithfully, what year did it come out? 83. 13. I was 13, so that's what, 7th grade? 6th grade, 7th grade? Yeah. It's a good song. It was, yeah. 1983. Unforgettable Fire came out. No, was that 85? You too? 85. One of the first. Who's that? Pyromania. Wow. Rush. Moving Pictures. That might have been a little bit earlier.
Brothers in Arms, 83.
Are you kidding? Really? Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms? Yeah, because they were in the 70s.
Synchronicity.
I had that on vinyl.
Storehouse of
You are my friend Carl. My friend Carl from Black Abbey, who sponsored the Christmas show, if you remember. He is here with his wife Sally. They're our neighbors. And go check out Black Abbey. Black Abbey beer. It's so tasty. You can't order it unless you live in Nashville, but you can buy lots of swag, and they need that. They need that right now. They got great swag. I should have worn that shirt.
How about the new beer? Black is beautiful.
I know. I still haven't drank it yet. But I'm.
End of the show, you can shotgun.
I will shotgun it. They have a new beer coming out on the 10th, Saturday. A partnership with, what was it, 2,100? No, what was it? It was a lot of.
1,200 breweries in 21 countries.
1,200 breweries in 21 countries came up with this beer recipe called Black is Beautiful, and they're releasing it on Saturday. And I have a early version of it, and I may drink it at the end of this. I'm very much looking forward to it. Their POTUS is one of my favorite beers. Or well, I guess it's called 44 now.
It's, yeah, the money goes to support a local nonprofit called Partners in the Struggle.
Cool.
That supports Nashville families who are affected by gun violence.
Nice. Wow. Awesome. The Black is Beautiful beer is supporting, I'm not going to remember it all, but families in Nashville, Tennessee, who were affected by gun violence. So all the proceeds from that go to that, that's amazing. Thank you for doing that. That's a great. Was Bucknell the first college choice for, yes. Is that a question for my mom? I answered that.
There are some questions for your mom in here, like, what was the nowadays thing Christopher ever did that you found out about?
Oh, come on. Nothing. I did nothing as a child. I was innocent.
Or at least Scott Stanley would know what style
Which one?
of
Black is Beautiful.
Black is Beautiful.
It's an Imperial Stout.
Imperial Stout, Mr. Stanley. That's what you want. It's so tasty. I cannot wait to try it. People can be so cruel. You know that I can too. You've tried. I know you tried so hard to protect yourself, but I slipped past the guard and stole your heart. And I'm gonna hold on to you. I'm gonna hold on judged and held you down. Oh, you know we hurt each other. That's what friends and lovers do. But we gotta fight for forgiveness. The more you give, the more it comes back to you. And I'm gonna hold on. Hold on to you. I'm gonna hold on. Hold on to you. If love is gonna win this war, it's a little victory, so hold on to me. 'Cause I'm gonna hold on to you. 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 Nice. It's not really a power ballad, but you know, it's more of like just a ballad, I guess. No power. Yeah. What makes a power ballad about a harmonica solo? Really? No. A big guitar is probably right.
I think it's the echo on the snare.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's it.
That makes sense. Someone Google that. What makes a power ballad a power ballad? Somebody. Babs, go find out. Power ballad. What's a power ballad? Do you know, Mom, what would you call a power ballad? Has she answered some questions?
You did answer that you identified my numbers early decision.
I sure did. December 15th. I'll never forget the day that I found out. And I copied that letter of acceptance, and everybody got it in their stocking and on the Christmas tree. Ray Bucknell. Ray Bucknell. David wanted to know about the beer being in Florida. Is it?
Yes, there's a website called Black is Beautiful, and you can search by state to see what breweries or countries
There you go.
that it's in.
So if you want to find Black is Beautiful, the new beer that comes out on Saturday, go to blackisbeautiful.com, and then you can search by state or country, and you can find where it is. How about that? Awesome. Carl, I'm going to sing this song for you. Because it's called Something Good. You are doing something good. And we need all to do something that is good. More good. More good needs to be done. Amen? Amen. Another morning, here we go. You feel? Oh, you know what? We're gonna switch the instas. Can you do the instas? I just noticed the time. I'm trying. There's so many things I gotta be thinking about right now. So while this is happening, while the instas is changing over, I'm gonna share this shirt because I've got a bunch of them in my attic. It's really cool. It's really soft. It's the shirt that I'm currently wearing, and I've got a bunch of them in my attic. And I would love for you to buy them all tonight.
How much?
I don't know, but they're on sale. I know that. They're on sale, and if you do, you know what's coming. One of these. Yeah, one of these cassettes will come to you for free. It's a cassette tape, Sally. I know that you want it. It is coming to you. You got it? It's not, you don't even need to play it. You just need to hold it. $9.99. This shirt is on for sale. I don't, limited sizes, but I know I got a lot of mediums because that's what I'm wearing right now. And I looked in the attic before it started. You got it, dude?
Nope, not yet.
Okay, there's a little, oh jeez. There's a button, you just go.
I've got it before, but I have no idea where it is now.
I know, it's very tricky. They should make it a lot easier. Okay, there it is. It took me a long time.
Thank you.
So $9.99 in the attic. ChristopherW.com/shop. You can go find it right there. And I'll throw in a free cassette. Do something good. Buy my shirt. Sold? You got one? All right. And if you're enjoying tonight, my wife's going to put up the How to Tip button through PayPal or Venmo, and I would love any support so I can pay for my grass. That didn't sound good. For my grass habit. That's bad. Who does? Mike Robinson. Oh, dude, I didn't even know you were on. I'm sorry. The Robinsons are sweet people. They live in Massachusetts, and they actually had Beauty at their wedding. Wasn't that cool? First dance, or was it for your wedding? You can answer that question. All right, here we go. My dad is really into soft shirts. That's kind of awesome. All right, here we go. Another morning, here we go. You're feeling like you're down and low, so do something good. You know what I should also do before I think y'all need to sing this song with me, okay? The chorus when it comes around. Oh, wow. My wife's pouring some bourbon for herself. That's outstanding. First dance, the Robinsons, first dance, Beauty, first dance. That's so awesome. Thanks for tuning in tonight. So, do you want to hear the part that you're gonna sing? Something good. This is your part. Do some. Y'all aren't paying attention. You're pouring bourbon right now. You're totally not paying attention. Something good. Do something good. Something good. Do something good. Something. Don't let the people down. And they sound good. Yeah, all right, that'll come around a whole bunch. Let's all lift our voices. Another morning, here you go, you're feeling like you're down and low, so do something good. The harsh words you could say will take pain. See, I stopped so many times that I'm so lost in the song, so I'm going to start over for the fourth time. Another morning, here you go, you're feeling like you're down and low, so do something good. This little town, you beat you down, you can't even make a good sound, so do something good. The harsh words you can say won't take the pain away, you've just been new noise in the neighborhood. So don't give up, don't be done, cause you're not the only one. Do something good, something good. Come on. Do something good, something good. Yeah. Take a walk, take a run, sit and talk with the one you love. Do something good. Sing loud, dance hard, make some music, drop your guard. Do something good. Hit the road somewhere new, stop for days, don't pass through to something good. Be courageous, do your part, love well, finish what you start. Do something good, something good. Come on. Something good. Do something good. Meet a stranger, make a friend, earn their name and don't pretend to do something good. You and I take it to the center, you can take it to the city streets and be surprised that you might meet when you do something good. Something good. Do something good. Something good. Do something good. When every day feels the same and you just just don't know why you hurt this way. There's a better story to tell when you love someone well, so give yourselves away. Free for all. Do something good. Do something good. Come on. Do something good. Do something Watch the sun fade away, tomorrow is another day to do something good. You are not what you done, it's all about who you become when you do something good. Something good. Come on, choir. Do something good. Something good. Do something good. Something good. Do something good. Something good. Something good, do something good, do something good. Yeah. Carry me to the gate called Beautiful. Let the door swing open wide. You might see me as a broken vessel, but to this body I am not tied. To this body I am not tied. I do not need your gold nor silver. Your money can't heal me. I have more to give to you if you look in my eyes and believe. 'Cause every morning the rising sun reminds me I should pray. Death did not come knocking. We've been given one more day. So carry me to the gate called Beautiful. Let the door swing open wide. You might see me as a broken vessel, but to this body I am not tied. Well, I can't wait for that day of glory when freedom finally finds its way. And these feet will dance me through the gates of splendor. We'll all be forever changed. So carry me to the gate called Beautiful. Let the door swing open wide. You might see me as a broken vessel, but to this body I am not tied. Carry me to the gate called Beautiful. Let the door swing open wide. You might see me as a broken vessel, but to this body I am not tied. To this body I am not tied. To this body I am not tied. I normally play that on the djembe, but I didn't think that would be wise for my neighbor's sake. Just trying to be a considerate neighbor and do something good, you know. Although two of my neighbors are here, so they probably wouldn't have minded. What did you say? You're the mean ones now. All right, we got 2 more songs to go. Thanks for joining me tonight. Appreciate it. This is one of the things that I had my eyes open to was our friends with disabilities, and that last song I wrote for them, as well as this one for a specific friend who lives up in Michigan. And a good story about this song, I got invited by my friend Chris up in Zeeland, Michigan. And feel the zeal, people, come on. That's their town motto, and I make fun of it every time I go there. But it's awesome. And I have multiple shirts in my closet that say feel the zeal. because every time I go, somebody gives me one, and it's awesome. Speaking of T-shirts, wow, $9.99. Oh, yes, try that out. It's so soft. Does that feel soft? It's like a good sleeping shirt. Pass it around, people. Pass it around. So I went up to Zealand. I got invited by my friend Chris Lau and to come up there and play a concert to raise money for this guy named Tim. And I'd never met Tim, but he was going through some crazy things. And he has this disease called brittle bones disease, and basically means he just breaks his bones all the time. And they found this out because his mom broke both of his legs, I think at the same time, if I remember correctly, while she was changing his diaper when he was a baby. And so they brought him in, and most people that have this diagnosis don't live to be very old. They don't live very long. And so there was a big, I think, surgery coming up for Tim, and so my friend Chris invited me to come play some songs for a really big group of people. It was at a church up there, and there were probably 600-700 people who had no idea who I was. But it was a great gift for me to kind of be able to step into this community, and I so badly, back to the whole selfish thing, I so badly wanted to write a song for Tim so that I could get on stage and appear like a complete badass because I had wrote the song for Tim, and aren't I a thoughtful guy, and blah, 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 blah. And it just didn't happen. The song just didn't come out because it wasn't supposed to come out. I wasn't supposed to write it because I needed to be in that space, sitting. I played some songs, then I sat in the front row and watched his family tell the story, and this community kind of rally around them, and that is what I needed to see in that moment, that it was not about me, and it was about something much greater than me. And so I played some songs, sat in the front row, witnessed that, and then I feel like I had to get back up on stage and play some more songs, and I really didn't feel like I had a whole lot in me after that because I feel like everything had been said. But I sat there during that time of sitting in the front row, front pew, writing down things that basically became all of the lyrics for this song. So it was one of those life lessons of just recognizing my own selfishness, and that the world is not all about me, although for many years, and there's some moments still, I feel that way. And the beautiful thing about Tim is that he is, I think, maybe a senior at Calvin College in Michigan. And he is a champ. He's one of the kindest and most strong people I have met, and just very much epitomizes the song that I'm about to sing. Just who he is. He lives with a great freedom, as do all of our friends with disabilities. And one story that I loved hearing that night was that in middle school, he had so many broken bones and had so many crazy things going on, but he's like, no, I'm going to go to class. And so he was in a stretcher, and his friends just basically wheeled him from class to class, and that's what he did. He did what he had to do to live his life. And so this is for Tim. What if the weight of the world wasn't too much to carry? But what if your body was too heavy for your bones? And what if you never shed a tear for your condition? Because you never felt alone. When the doctors came with no explanation, and disbelief at what their eyes had seen, you smiled and said, well, that's my story. I am who I am supposed to be, and that's why I dance and I live like it's my last day to shine. 'Cause when the mighty trumpet sounds, you won't find me hanging around. I'm gonna leave these dry bones behind. It takes a village to raise a child, and a baby boy to bring us some hope. You can't be the king in your own castle, but I wanna live like heaven is my home. That's why I dance with the bones I've been given, and I feel like it's the last day to shine. 'Cause when the mighty trumpet sounds, you won't find me hanging around. I'm gonna leave these dry bones behind. Like the sweet hymns we sing, I will find peace when I hear Gabriel's song. And just like a miracle, I will be made brand new after I'm gone. After I'm gone. That's why I dance with the bones I've been given, and I live like it's my last day to shine. 'Cause when that mighty trumpet sounds, you won't find me hanging around. I'm gonna leave these dry bones behind. I'm gonna leave these dry bones behind. Nice. All right. We got one more song. The title track to this album that I'm playing through tonight again, Stonewater with Light. All these, except for this one actually, are available on my website too. And next week, same time, I have no idea where the place will be. Somewhere in this household, we'll be playing this record. We, the collective we. City Makes the Man is one of my faves too. Because I look so happy. And then we'll do this one after that. And this date may change. It all depends upon the presidential debate and how I'm feeling that particular day. But I'll let you know. And then big news about this one. It's going to happen on Friday, October 30th. And we are, I can't remember if I said this last week or not. Did I say this last week? We are going to be doing something really special with this album. This is the last of the concerts, number 11 out of 10, because I added one for last week. And this is the most recent album of mine, the 12th record. And I know that's a lot of math. That doesn't make a lot of sense, and we can talk about that later if you'd like. But we're gonna do something special for this. I've felt since this record came out that I need to make a live version of this album, and so we're gonna do that. But it's gonna be cool because instead of us just being in a place like playing music together, we're gonna live stream the live recording. So more details on that, but basically we're gonna be doing what we've done for the last 8 weeks. but we're going to make it into a live record that you can get when all is said and done. So we'll have a bunch of cameras there and do the live stream with a partially full band. I don't know yet because I haven't quite worked out all those details yet. But there will be a handful of folks there singing along, hopefully, and it should be really, really sweet. And it will be a little bit different than these experiences because I won't be talking in the middle of it and telling funny stories, and I probably won't be drinking whiskey, but maybe I will be. But we'll play through the whole album from top to bottom as we have done with all of them. And then we're actually going to insert pieces from my friend Yako's book in the midst of it, as well as scripture from the book of Joel, which that album is inspired by. So it's going to be a really special night. And how many folks can say that they went, well, you won't actually be in present, but you'll be live streaming the live recording as it's happening. So you will hear it for the first time, and then you'll get to hear it again as much as you want after that. So it should be pretty special. Yes, ma'am. She will let me know that tomorrow.
Are you gonna get the tattoo on the cover of the album on your arm after that record?
Andy Davenport, you stop asking questions. You know what that answer? You know what that answer is? That answer is so much like the debate last night. I'm just not going to answer it. Because I don't have to. Because our candidates don't have to. Don't get me started. What's that? I demand equal time. Did somebody say that? Did Kamala say that? I demand equal time. I don't think she would use that word. But she did say, I'd like to defend myself. 30 seconds, please. A number of times. Anyway, we do not need to talk about politics right now at all because we don't. We don't. So please mark your calendars for that October 30th. It's a Friday night, not a Thursday night, so it'll be a throwback Friday, not a throwback Thursday. Stop it, Andy Davenport. What's that? The fly? Oh, serious?
It did not move.
It's famous on the internet, that fly.
It is famous.
Not exactly just actual.
No, and it didn't move.
That's eerily like he doesn't have feeling in his head. We're not talking about this right now. We're not talking about this right now. Oh, poor Mike Pence. I would feel it because I have no hair. Do you like how the lights are shining off my bald head? It's nice. So this tree, Sweet Maggie, as we call her, is the reason, one of the reasons, probably the main reason that we bought this house back in the early 2000s. 2004, 5. And we've done, everything we've done to our house is actually, we've done around this tree because we love it so much. And I kind of feel like I should, Caleb, can you help me with this? Can you grab the iPad for the Insta Peoples? And we're going to just do a little, so you can get the full, a little.
Still on the Instas.
Don't move your camera. Oh, we're back.
But Eric Gallagher said that he had too much hair gel. He never knew the fly was there.
There you go. All right, so we're back. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened. This is a very big, dramatic ending. And the reason I wanted to do the show in Underneath the Tree tonight is because the tree is featured in this song, and it is featured in the way that it's just in the bridge, so it's not really featured, but it is the wood part of the stone, water, wood, light. And this song, I wanted to write multiple times, and every time that I took a try at it, it never quite made sense. It never like came out the way that I wanted it to come out, and so and it wasn't but I knew, the crazy thing is, like, I know I have to call this album this title, and we actually recorded the whole album started mixing the album, and I still hadn't finished the song yet, but I was like, no, I'm gonna finish the song. I have to finish the song because I need to write this song. And so it was not until I was in the back seat of a car driving to my friend Mitch's father's funeral that the song kind of really took a turn and came to completion. And so it was a 4.5 or 5 hour drive to wherever we went in Missouri, and then another 4.5 and 5 hour drive back. And my friend Austin was driving, and I think Matt was riding shotgun, and I was in the back seat. And they were very patient with me because all they heard was this for the entire time. Because I had the music, I just was trying to put it all together in my brain. And the heart of the song was that, as if you've seen me play live, know that I lost my father, and so I wanted to write a song especially reflecting on him, but also my past story, because I cannot write, my wife and I cannot write our son's story for him. He will have to write that himself, but we can certainly give him some guiding, some guidelines, not some guidelines, that's not the right way. We can give him some, what's the word? Guardrails, that's terrible. Guidance, that's good. You're getting the idea. We can give him some frame of reference for his story. We can't write it for him, but if he knows where he came from, and not just physically speaking, but we've had that talk. That was last year. That was awesome. But more of like what my heart was, what my story was, what Suzanne's story was, the good and the bad, also who my dad was, since they never got to meet on this side of things. I felt like, okay, if I can give this to him, that will help him kind of have a sense of where he came from, to help him look forward. Which all this album is about is exactly that. Remembering what has happened and God's faithfulness to be able to look forward. That's actually this whole Throwback Thursday live stream. That's all it has been for me, is remembering songs, but also remembering God's faithfulness in this 26-year journey that I have had. My son Hudson said that he might come out in the middle of the song and climb up the back of the tree. So if you see a blonde-haired child, that's my son. But I think he's watching Rogue One, so he might not make it out. Although he may make it out. We'll see. You may see an appearance. Grandfather showed me how to speak truth, but rarely use words to show it. I always knew by how strong his house stood, while the seasons around him were changing. After 40 long years as a company man, little to show at the very end. All those years lost in a long paper trail, but his real legacy is he loved us well. And when I think of home, then this story I write is full of stone, water, wood, and light. I was younger, foolish and free. I built my own castle aimlessly. It was drafty and cold, full of cracks that leaked, and no fire breaks my heart. She tore down each wall in my story. She drenched the fires that burned and quenched my thirst, clearing some room for glory. And when I think of home and this story I write, it's full of stone, water, wood, and light. Now there's a dog in my feet as I rock you to sleep under this magnolia tree. It's weathering well through these storms, and soon enough you'll explore all its branches, probably climbing higher than we agree. Higher than we agree. Well, the day will come when you will fly into this dark world on your own. Of all the things handed down, I hope you'll know the light of God's love will never leave you alone. So when you think of home in this story you write, let it be the stone, water, wood, and light. Stone, water, wood, and light. Thank you. Well, we'll let that fade to the crickets. Thanks for joining me tonight and for the last bunch of weeks. Thanks to my friends. Thank you for coming. Thank you. And we'll be back next week for City Makes the Man. And super excited about that. Same time, crazy pictures on the Instas and on Facebook advertising the show. But tell your friends about it. Bring them out. Buy some shirts. ChristopherW.com/shop, and do something good. Be kind to one another in this season that we are in. And the line in that song about when every day feels the same and you just don't know why you hurt this way, there's a better story to tell when you love someone well, so give yourself away. So that's my prayer for you tonight. Be well, and thanks for being here. See ya.